So you're planning a short trip to Bali or a long one, and believe me, it is a paradise, and I 100% recommend you come here. But there are some things you must know and some things you have to be careful with. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing what you need to do before you come to Bali, and also what you need to know once you are in Bali. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to be also sharing some safety tips that you probably should know before you come here. So let's talk about the things that you need to do before you come to Bali. So the first thing you'll need to do is apply for a visa. So that you can do anywhere. You can find yourself a reputable visa agent anywhere, whatever you want to use, that's up to you. But if you want some recommendations based on reputation and what I've used, I have used Bali Solve, or there are many people that I know that have used Bali Visas. So you can check one of those two companies out, or you can do your research. Just make sure it's a legit one, because not all of them are legitimate. Number two, you need a return ticket when you're coming into Indonesia. So when you get to Indonesia, you're not a resident of the country, so therefore you are a tourist. So you need to prove that, okay, you're coming in at this time or this date, but when are you leaving? So you need to show proof of return ticket. If you're coming here and you don't know exactly when you're leaving, to be honest, you can purchase a ticket to like Singapore. You don't have to purchase another $1,000 ticket back to your home country. You can purchase any ticket out of Indonesia, the cheapest one you can find. There are many things you can do some more research on that online, but make sure you have some proof of when you're actually leaving Indonesia, because you'll need to show that once you arrive here. Actually, before you even get on your flight, I think they will request that you show them. The next thing you'll need to do when you get here, you will need for transportation, unless you want to be ordering a Grab or a Gojek motorcycle every time to take you around. If you want some kind of independence, you will need to get yourself a motorcycle. Rent one or buy one, whatever you want. But in order to do that legally, you will need to get a driver's license, all right? A motorcycle driver license. So what I recommend you do while you're still home is get yourself an international driver's license, which is compatible for motorcycles. So learn how to ride a motorcycle while you're home, get your license, and then get your international driver license. So when you come here, you can legally be able to ride around, and you won't have any issues if you get pulled over by the cops. That happened when I went to Vietnam. I actually did not ride a motorcycle for a long time until I got my driver license from Vietnam. But you can save yourself a lot of hassle if you just get your international driver license. That way, if you're traveling a lot, wherever you go, you'll be okay. So one of the other things that you'll need, and I believe they're gonna ask you for that when you're applying for your visa, is proof of insurance. So health insurance. Right now, I'm paying $40 a month at my age, $40 per month for health/travel insurance. So that covers everything from I'm walking here and I slipped and I hurt myself, and I need, for example, I was playing basketball and I think I pulled my calf muscle. So for example, if I needed an x-ray and go to the hospital and have to get some medication or from the pharmacy, they would cover all of that. It also has travel insurance, which means if I'm traveling here and my baggage gets lost or my flight gets canceled, whatever cost associated with my travel, they will also cover that. So in the description box, I have put a link to the company that I use. So if you're interested in getting insurance before you come here, you can check it out. There are many different companies, but this is probably the best and cheapest option that I've found on the internet. So health insurance, they will ask you for that, so you might as well just go ahead and click in the link in the description and check it out. And also it works as a membership, so you pay every month, and if you don't want to continue, cancel it. You don't have to pay up front, you don't have to pay 6 months in advance. It's a monthly membership, so you pay as you need it, and when you don't need it anymore, you can always cancel. So the next thing that many people don't think about is you might want to get yourself a bank account or a debit card that does not charge you for foreign transaction fees, and they exist out there. Personally, I didn't know this, so when I first moved, every time I had to go get the rent money from the ATM, for example, or do any ATM transactions, whatever, or go to the store and buy something, I had like a foreign transaction fee, and that cost me a lot of money actually in the first year that I was in Vietnam, because I didn't know this. So one of the things you can do, Charles Schwab is an online bank that you can use. They're mainly known for investments, but they do have banking now, so you can actually get them and they will reimburse you for any foreign transaction fees that you incur while you're traveling. So right now, if I go to the ATM and get some money out, I don't pay anything for that money. So it's as if I was at home. So yeah, just go ahead and get you a card, any card that you want. Personally, I recommend Charles Schwab. I know many people who use it, but there are other options also, but just keep that in mind because there are some costs that you can save money on. So another thing is you might, I don't know if you will, but some of you guys may want to get a digital mail service. So what that does is, let's say you don't have, for example, my parents are still in Miami. So if I need it, I can have a box or a shipment shipped to their house and they will keep it for me or ship it here to me if I needed it. But for some of you guys who may not have a person who's taking care of all your shipments, you can get a digital mail service online. I use one personally. I pay like $10 a month. I will not be recommending anyone because there's some things I'm not happy with, the one I'm using right now with. But you can look online for digital mail service. So what they'll do is when you get a shipment, they will keep it for you. It's like a PO box, but they will scan for you. So if you have a letter, when they receive it, they take a picture of everything they receive, and then you look at what you received. And if you want, for example, I see there's this mail and I want them to open it for me and scan it, I can click scan, boom. The next day it is scanned, it's there as a PDF, I can check it out. If, for example, I see that it's something related to my bank and I don't want a third party seeing all my bank information, I can just click ship and send it to my parents' house, okay? Or I can even ship it to Bali. You can ship it wherever you want in the world. You're just gonna pay for the shipping. If you want it to be recycled or just thrown away, you have the option to do all of that. Now let's talk about accommodation. So what I would recommend is that you don't try to book a place while you're still home. I recommend you get an Airbnb here, and that will allow you to see the places and not try to book something based on pictures, because those can be deceiving. Come here in an Airbnb for about a week. Go on Facebook, start looking for a place, accommodation. There are so many posts. Look for accommodations in Bali or in Canggu, whatever. You can just do some searches on Facebook on Facebook groups. Bali has a lot of different posts every day about villas and guest houses that are available, so you won't have any shortage of that. You can actually just walk on the street, walk into any villa and likely find yourself a room. But that will allow you to settle down and be able to get yourself a place that you really want without the pressure of, oh, I don't have enough time, so I have to pick something right now. So one of the things you'll want to do before you come here, or when you get here, it doesn't really make a big difference here, you'll want to download Gojek and Grab. If I don't have a bike when I first get here, I would just go on Gojek and order a ride, a motorbike or a car. You can choose whatever you'd like. When I'm hungry, I can go on Gojek and order myself some food from there. It's like Uber and Uber Eats. So Gojek here in Bali is the most popular one, so you can download both if you want, or you can just download Gojek. So now that you've got everything you need to know before you come to Bali, there's one more thing you need to do. Give your parents and your family and your friends a huge hug before you go. Say everything you need to say to them, because you might not want to go back home. And I'm not kidding. I don't know what it is about Asia, but I don't know, like the cost of living is a big part of it, the quality of life is a big part of it, but you will love it. I can almost guarantee you'll fall in love with it here, and you will probably, if you had said you were gonna come here for 1 month, you'll likely extend that trip. Honestly, you might not want to go back home. So if you found this video helpful so far, whoa, did you see that? Bugs, that's one thing. Get yourself some bug repellents while you're home, because I think they're actually a bit more expensive here. So if you can get some mosquito repellents while you're home, that's one more thing you should do before you come here. Like I was saying, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. It will help this video share to more people. So now let's go to the things you'll need to know once you have arrived in Bali. Why don't you go somewhere else? Man. Oh, that's your home. So now that you've arrived in Bali, one of the first things you'll need to do is get data for your cell phone. Actually, today I just replenished mine, but you can get, I recommend Telkomsel. That's one of the most widely used companies here and reliable. I haven't had any data issues with it really. So I recommend Telkomsel. Today I replenished about 45 gigabytes for the month for 90,000 Indonesian rupiah. So I think that's about $6 US, so it's not that much at all. This next one is very popular. I'm sure you've heard of it probably, but Bali Belly. Bali Belly. You will most likely have Bali Belly at least once when you come to Bali. It's something in the water, some kind of bacteria, I don't know, but what Bali Belly is basically, it's diarrhea. So I actually have a friend who came here from Vietnam a little bit before I did. She got it like the next day that she got here. I had it like 3 times already, like within a few weeks. Whatever it is, man, you're gonna get it. One of the things you'll need to do in order to help with that is bring some charcoal pills. You don't have to bring it, you can buy it here at any pharmacy, they're everywhere. So but charcoal pills, keep that with you, and also coconut water, I heard, helps with that. So those are 2 things you can keep with you that'll help when you get Bali Belly. And it's not that bad. You just, you know, your belly is like turning all day. Usually it lasts like 1 day and I feel good the next day. So now let's talk about some of the not so good things that you need to be careful for. One of the things that I've heard quite a bit before coming here was about, you know, like ATM scams. There are ATMs in the streets that, you know, have been replaced with, you know, I don't know if they have a camera to get all your information or they have a scanner. However it works, be careful what ATMs you go to. What you can do to actually help with that is, first of all, get a wallet that is I forgot what the right word is, but this wallet, for example, is protected, so somebody with a scanner can just scan my card from the outside. So this wallet protects my card, so that's one thing you can do. But the next thing is, go to ATMs that are attached to a bank or that are inside of a supermarket or a store. Those are the best bets, because they're not gonna be, because some of them I heard like the full face of the ATM has been replaced, so that when you put your card, it actually is not going into the actual ATM, it's actually taking your card, and then they will come later at night and take all the information. So let's talk about another one of the negative things that you need to be careful for. And trust me, that is nothing specific to Bali, that is anywhere in the world, but it's petty theft. If you're gonna go in the beach, do not leave your stuff on the sand, because somebody can just snatch it out. When you're riding, that's actually one of the most popular things. When you're riding, the other day I heard this girl got her chain like snatched out and they take off, or your phone. If you know, you might be looking at Google Maps and they will see it. Even if you put it in front of you somewhere, they at a stop sign, they might just slow down, snatch it and take off with it. So I've heard many stories about that, so be careful. Always put it in your pocket, and if you're gonna pull it out to sea, be careful and put it somewhere safe, and then you can ride. But don't keep it in your hands or think, oh, your boyfriend is in front of you, you're sitting behind him and you have it in between you guys. That is not enough. I've heard of people having it snatched in between 2 people. Just be careful with those things. One more thing that I didn't know until I actually made it here is, do not use your left hand to hand over anything or shake somebody's hand. So if you're gonna be buying something and you're handing over the cash, do not use your left hand to hand that over, because it's considered the left hand. Now if you're left-handed, it sucks for you, but the left hand is considered the dirty hand, I guess, because it's used for toilet duties, I guess. So it is considered, you know, rude to shake somebody's hands with your left hand or hand them something with your left hand. So even if, for example, the Grab driver is holding my food in his left hand, he will switch hands and then hand it over to me. So I didn't notice this until like a few months after, where I heard about it, then I started paying attention and then I realized it. So keep that in mind. Only use your right hand for shaking somebody's hands or handing them over anything. So another thing that I also didn't know is you'll see little offerings on the floor. Every morning basically they put little offerings on the floor. They're fresh out. So while you're walking in front of everybody's gates, on the street, everywhere, you will notice those little offerings. Please step aside, don't step on them. If you're riding your bike and you see it, you're coming out of your garage or whatever, just go around it. So that, because that can be, you know, rude. So just be careful, go around them and don't step on the offerings that you see on the floor. So another thing that I thought I was gonna miss when coming to Asia is Amazon, because we get spoiled in the West. You know, you get to order on Amazon and 48 hours later it's in front of your door. You can still get that same treatment here. There's a website for online shopping. You can order on Tokopedia. All right, it's a company, basically I've used it to order electronics, whatever I needed for the room, for our room or a villa. You can just order there, and I think I received my first item within like the next day. So if I ordered it today, I think tomorrow night it was delivered to me already. So the shipping is actually pretty fast, you know, as opposed to what you might be thinking already. So don't worry about that. So one more thing that you guys may want to consider, and that's not in the list, but I just want to put it out there as a bonus. But some of you guys may want to start thinking about different ways to make money online. The other day I polled the audience, and a lot of you guys expressed to me that you want to start traveling and doing all those things, but you don't have a way of making money online that allows you to be location independent. For the last 5 years, 100% of my income has been online. So whether you want to start making your first dollar online, your first $100, or making $1,000 to be able to afford your rent and lifestyle here in Asia, whatever it is, I will be making videos in the future about different ways you can make money online, or even sharing the ways that I make money online. I would like you to leave in the comments below what different things that you'd like me to share, or what you would like to learn, and you know, about making money online, and I will consider that when making future videos. Subscribe if you'd like to be notified when I create those videos. Meanwhile, check out one of those 2 videos, and until next time, create a life worth living.